All right, a quick update video. And I keep having my family members walk into the room that I'm trying to do this in. So this is probably my third take. Yay, this is why I did this the other day. My other video, while getting ready, getting my makeup on, when I was here alone. This stuff proves kind of hard to do when you have a family running around the house. But again, this is for me and my journey, and kind of just to be able to keep track of, the whole process for myself. So I left off on the last video talking about switching surgeons because of the bad experience I had with the office staff of the first surgeon. Not just really that, luckily I didn't get a lot of response from the office staff, which caused me to look further. But also I realized that they were ready to just do the surgery without giving me any information or education on the surgeries at all. So I've learned since going through this surgeon that I'm going through now, which is called Body by Bariatrics in Orlando, Florida, that there's so much to learn that I didn't know when it comes to not just preparing for the surgery and preparing for post-surgery, but choosing which surgery is best for you, and kind of just mentally preparing. Like, there's a community here with this surgeon. And I believe I explained it all in my last video, so I'm not going to go back into that again, but there's just people there to answer my questions, whether it's texting the doctor's staff and they always respond, or writing on the Facebook group and asking questions from people that have went through the same practice. So it's been great. I had tons of information given to me ahead of time. I believe I had already watched some of the videos when I made my last video. That's all part of the consultation process. And then she sends you more information every step of the way. Let me show you. So I printed it all out here. Right? That's some of my personal information. Let me switch past that. So I printed it all out here. Lots and lots of pages of pre-op information, post-op information for diet, medication, products that'll help you along the way, ways to reach out to them and all of their different resources. This is where I'm at now. I'm on the Clear Liquid diet for 2 days, today and tomorrow. And then I go in on Monday to have the procedure very early in the morning, Monday morning. So my husband and I leave actually tonight. We go to Orlando. We have a hotel set up for us by my benefit plan, Lantern, which is through my company benefit, paid for by my company, which made this whole surgery actually free for me. Not only did it make it free for me, but they send you a debit card and they put money on it to pay for mileage per diem for you and your caretaker, or what do they call it? Companion that has to come with you due to the anesthesia and stuff like that. So it's an amazing benefit. So if your workplace has a Lantern, it was formerly called Surgery Plus. Look into it, because I've been sleeping on this for 4 years, since I've been with this company, and had no idea until I had to get a colonoscopy and started looking into that. And they told me it would be completely out of pocket since I haven't touched my deductible. And then I remembered I had the surgery benefit, and I contacted them, and they said that with the benefit my work provides, everything's waived. The surgeon, the anesthesia, the hospital or clinic that I go through is all waived. They also pay, like I said, your expenses and travel. So they provide the hotel. They work with me to pick a hotel, and they pay for it up front. If you choose a surgeon further away than what I did, they can even pay for airfare. So it's an amazing benefit. So I have Blue Cross Blue Shield, and then Lantern is, I believe, like, I don't really know how it works. They're part of Blue Cross Blue Shield, and you know, that doesn't mean if you have Blue Cross that you have that. Just, I don't know, look into it or suggest it to your company, because it's amazing. It's helping people change their lives in so many different ways, and the goal of this benefit is to keep people healthy and you know, to cut down on medical need for treating things when things can be fixed through surgery. Some things can be fixed through surgery. So I believe this weight loss surgery is covered because obviously there's a lot of things that can be fixed through weight loss surgery and losing weight. One of my big reasons for doing it is I've had high blood pressure for a lot of years, which was diagnosed when my daughter, who's now 19, but she was about 8 years old, went through cancer treatment, and things were just so stressful, and I got diagnosed with high blood pressure, and it never went away. So hopefully with weight loss that can go away. And obviously just your average, I just turned 40 again, your average aches and pains and just like joint pains and, you know, stuff like that. So that's what I'm hoping to improve my quality of life. I know I'm on the much lower end of the BMI chart compared to some people who go with this surgery. And I know I've had a lot of people ask me actually why I'm doing this surgery, that they don't think that I am big enough to get the surgery or weigh enough to get the surgery. And while that might be true compared to some people they know that have had the surgery, I definitely qualify. So I tell everybody I might, you know, I'll take it as a compliment, but I guess I might not look what my actual weight is. And when I do tell people what my actual weight is, they tend to be really shocked. And they say, you know, that they wouldn't have guessed it. So I don't know. Let me see if I can show a body shot here. So I am, right now I'm 5'6". I know I showed some pictures in my last video. I'm 5'6", and I have been stuck for a very long time at around 230 pounds. I'm down to like 224 after doing all this dieting stuff. And so yeah, I might not be like 40 plus BMI or anything like that, but you know what? I've been yo-yo dieting most of my life since having kids, and I cannot get below a certain threshold. Last time I dieted and I did keto, maybe 9 months to a year, I think I got down to like 201. Didn't even make it to Wonderland before that diet ended up failing, and I was just shoot right back up. So I just want to get back to a healthy weight for me and my body. And I think when I met my husband, I was around like 100 and maybe 60, 150 to 160. I've never been this small girl ever, but I definitely, you know, I have a lot of muscle mass, especially my legs and stuff, passed down from my father. But I don't know. I think I would like to get back to like 150, 160, like kind of where I was when we started before I had kids. But even then, I always wanted to still get a little smaller, though it was different times back then. Thin was in with like Paris Hilton thin, and you know, all those like, I don't know, what other celebrities, Jennifer Aniston, like just the skinnier the better. Back when I was a teenager growing up. So I love again that the girls are all into the curves and strength now. It's just strength is a new thin, and you know, curves and working on your muscles and muscle strength and everything else. So I don't really know I don't really have like a goal weight necessarily. I know my first mini goal is to get back down into the 100s, which I haven't seen in a very long time. I did manage to get down to like 180 one time when I did meal replacement shakes, but you can only do that for so long. I was replacing two meals a day with a shake for like maybe, again, about a year. I think most of my yo-yo dieting lasted about a year, and then just couldn't do it anymore. And then you know, I'm not even a horrible eater. I think my issue is like skipping meals and then eating too much when I go to sleep, or around before I go to sleep. So when you don't have time to work it off, you know what I mean? Like big dinners. And I think it should be opposite. You should have the bigger meals earlier in the day and then taper them down, you know, because your activity becomes less. So I know people that don't eat at night past a certain time. I know somebody I work with that says that they don't even eat dinner. They try not to eat dinner. They try to just do breakfast and lunch. So, you know, for me, I've noticed changes with my body is when I limit carbohydrates and sugar. So that's why I do well on keto, because if I stay away from bread and pasta, stuff like that, I tend to do really well. But still, I never quite lose a dramatic enough amount to, you know, feel good about myself again, like when I was younger. So my goal, again, other than, like I said in the last video, putting on a cute pair of shorts in the heat of summer, you know, I also want, hopefully, to flatten my stomach out again one day and be able to wear a cute pair of jeans and tuck my shirt in the front. I think I might have said that, but I have 2 C-sections. I'll probably need a tummy tuck. I do anticipate that. And we'll see. I don't know. I'm really excited to see where this leads. So I'll try to, again, I go to the hotel tonight. I'll be there for about, 3 nights, and then come home, and I'll try to kind of document my journey. And I'm nervous. I'm excited to see where this goes. I think I'm ready to be on about a month of like strict eating habits while I go to each tier. I know my family's been making food around me today, and we're all kind of trying to tiptoe around each other, but it's like, you know what, this is the thing. This is what I need to work past, you know, although, yeah, it's hard being on a liquid diet for anybody. I'm trying to really have mind over matter, and I know my body's sustained right now, so just going ahead. So I think I talked about, I'm not sure if I talked about the pre-op diet with the surgeon is very lenient compared to some of the other ones I've seen out there in some of the groups I'm in, but I know some people have to do like 2 weeks liquid diet. We only have to do 2 days pre-op clear liquid diet, but 2 weeks ahead of the surgery, we have to watch what we're eating. So high protein, stay away from starchy foods, high protein, and then fiber, you know, kind of like I said, keto, which easy peasy. So for me, so that's why I think I'll have a really easy time with the eating lifestyle after this, which is protein first and then focus on that fiber after your protein, but number one goal being hydration. I've been working on that for the last 2 weeks at work. I've been setting my little, I don't have it on now, but my little watch, and every 15 minutes I take a couple sips of my water. It buzzes on my wrist and reminds me to take a sip. And I've actually went through twice the water that I usually drink, which is crazy because all I'm doing is like a small sip. And before I would chug a water bottle down, or, you know, chug a bunch of water. But it's because I'm drinking more frequently and focusing on it that it's working a lot better. Hey, Mom. You probably just heard that, Mom, before I paused it. So hard to take a video. It's insane. I might be doing it from my car from now on. So I don't think I have anything else to talk about. Maybe I'll check in from the hotel and show it off a little bit, and then hopefully I can catch some video of like the surgery center, and maybe hopefully I'll be in a good space to take some video after the surgery. So we'll see. All right, that's my update for now. And sunset and reset. Every day's a new day, my friends. Driving on the way to Orlando. Look at that sunset over there. I'm gonna show the hotel that we got, but my bed's already a mess because Greg just ate a big, huge chicken tender sub and I had to go hide in the room, but we have a 1-bedroom suite, so luckily I can hide. I asked for a walk-in shower for after the surgery. But it's not bad. It's a 1-bedroom, so we have our own space. We have a full little kitchen, stove, fridge, a little dishwasher, and a washer and dryer, so that's pretty cool. Dishes, pots, pans, and everything. So we come in here, here's the bathroom, and the little room. It's a mess again. I was hiding out while Greg was eating a chicken tender sandwich, but yeah, so we'll be here all day tomorrow, and then we have a little patio too, right on the pool area, so I would show it, but there were some people out there in the hot tub. I don't want to look like a creeper. We'll be here all day tomorrow, get to hang out by the pool and just do whatever. I wanted to be kind of settled in before the day of surgery because we have to be there at 7:15 a.m. again, like I said, and I just kind of wanted to be settled, so, you know, it took us like 2 or 3 hours to settle. We had to run to the grocery store, get some waters and some food and stuff, so yeah. So let's see if I can do a sneak peek without looking like a creeper. Hold on. 1 minute. We'll just do a quick peek. So here's the pool area. I can't, they're sitting right out there, so. But all right. Countdown begins. What is it, like a little bit over 24 hours. I'm excited. I'm gonna get in later. We just left the hotel and we're on our way to the surgery center, and it's only 6:50 a.m. So we're one of the first, or I am one of the first surgeries, I believe. Here's our little hotel. Here's Greg looking for directions. Handsome man. All right, here we go. It's on.
It's on.
It's on.
Let's go.
All right, we're here. It's a cool looking building. Let's go. I've never bruised like this before.